Hello. Today we will discuss an interesting subject about the involvement of children in household chores. Why is it important and how it can be beneficial in the development of each child? Family is the bond between father, mother, and children. It has a name, a home, and creates among its members a duty of moral solidarity, social, emotional, and physical. Through this union, the family shares the good feelings of joy, love, loyalty, forgiveness, knowledge, spirituality, entertainment, and household chores. This last point is defined as an activity done at home for its maintenance, cleaning, storing. When everything is correctly done, the good humor and accomplished satisfaction reign at home. In the Book of Doctrine and Covenant, chapter 88, verse 109, the Lord requires that we establish a house of prayer, a house of learning, and a house of order. The household chores are often a point of contention in some families because they are seen as a hard task or a punishment, and they are not always well defined. However, they are intended to help children to learn or to organize their time, to get responsibilities, to set goals, and to develop certain skills. President Spencer W. Campbell said that children should learn to work and to share responsibilities in the home and yard. They should be given assignments to keep the house neat and clean. Children share with their parents the responsibility of being a happy home. They should obey the commandments and cooperate with other family members. There is no fixed age to activate the housework. A 3 to 5 years old child can put his dirty clothes in the hamper, store his toys and some items according to his ability. A 6 to 9 years old can put or clear the table, learn to do the dishes, store the clothes. A 10 to 13 years old child can clean his room, helps in the kitchen, watches over his little brother and sisters, can vacuum and garden. Then the teenagers from 14 to 17 years old can shopping, participate to the family budget, cook, clean the house, do laundry, and others. Cooperation has not always been easy with my oldest daughter, Kiara. I did not really know how to show her and help her being disciplined in her young age. One morning, I had to meet the kindergarten manager and I realized that her teacher used a song to encourage children to store their toys after playing with. At the time, I took the opportunity to learn the rhyme, and since then, it has become a funny clue. Now, she can store her dirty clothes. She sometimes helps me clean the house and folds the laundry clean. She is an example for her little sister. Some children have not had the opportunity to familiarize themselves with the chores. Otherwise, they were too young or too busy with their studies. Unfortunately, this attitude has developed among them the inability to discipline, to develop, to decide, and to fend by themselves. Recently, we learned about my cousin's godmother's death. The lady who passed away has an 126-year-old daughter who is unable to cope alone. She never goes out, she cannot cook, clean her room, and does not work. She only sleeps and uses her computer. Currently, she lives a very difficult situation because her mother never involved her in household chores and other families' decisions. Such an attitude makes the child suffer, which now come to himself. My grandmother told me that she lives with a foster mother and she learned early to get by and to do the housework. This ability allowed her to keep her home clean and educate their children in this regard. Maria Montessori, an Italian educator, said, "Never help a child to do a task that he feels able to do alone." We, mothers, have the sensitivity to spare our sons some housework. The Asian culture in which I grew up requires any domestic task is undertaken by girls. Today, we see that the situation tends to change and involve more boys and men. In case the task is not always fulfilled, we need to be patient, to leave a space of time to perform. We do need to bargain or offer money or candies to complete in his place. If that has to be redone, we need to insist gently and patiently. The beginning may be difficult or you may be short of ideas. Some good families of friends suggestion, some websites like Pinterest.com or LDS.org can provide good ideas. Our children need to grow up and stand on their own. Their participation in household chores will benefit them during their mission field, their college studies, their stay in other people's home, at their work, and their future home. They can show good cooperation, good appreciations with others. Never forget to thank your children and encourage them to successful tasks, and often remember the importance to keep a clean and happy home. We must consider this time together as an opportunity to enhance confidence, strengthen his ability to create mutual solidarity, and a climate of cleanliness, peace, and harmony. I want to conclude with a quote from a former Relief Society General President, Julie B. Beck, faced to our responsibility to love and educate our sons and daughters. She said, "I have a testimony gained from pondering and studying the scriptures of a plan of happiness given to us by our Heavenly Father. That plan has a part for his daughters. We have the female half to take care of, and if we don't do our part, no one else is going to do it for us. The half of our Father's plan that creates life, that nurtures souls, that promotes growth, that influences everything else was given to us. We can't delegate it. We can't pass it off to anyone. It's ours. We can refuse it. We can deny it, but it's still our part, and we're accountable for it. There will come a day when we will all remember what we knew before we were born. We will remember that we fought in a great conflict for this privilege. How do we meet this responsibility? We daily put our energies into the work that is uniquely ours to do." Thank you.